is the Jason Walker Show. Two-time National Sports Media Association Montana Sportscaster of the Year and three-time loser, the Jason Walker Show. The best local and statewide sports coverage, featuring the biggest guests from Montana.
Flint Rasmussen joining us here on the Jason Walker Show.
He's freaking exhausting, too. You used to dance a lot more. Yeah, I know, lady. I'm 51 years old now.
The NAI Hall of Famer Mike Van Diest joining us here, Jason Walker Show. And is it just a deal where quarterbacks have to be good golfers?
Well, that's all they have time for. They don't work out. They don't lift weights. They don't do anything else. They might as well go get on the golf course and at least have some fun.
And from across the country,
Doug Gottlieb, our guest here on the Jason Walker Show.
End of the day, remember, it's your show. It's got your name on it.
Howie Mandel, our guest here.
Jason Walker, deal or no deal?
The Jason Walker Show, broadcasting from the Major Mortgage Man Cave. Here's Jason Walker.
Hey, what up? Happy Thursday. Jason Walker Show, back presented by Capital Collision Center. Montana state law says it is your vehicle, it is your choice where you have it repaired. Choose Capital Collision Center. Coming up, Major Mortgage Man Cave. We're going to talk with the new Helena High tennis coach, Nicole Riebe, a little bit later on. We'll also have predictions coming up for the weekend. Not here tomorrow, but we will be back Monday. So there you go. Let's see, what else? Oh, you can watch on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. You can listen on Podbean, Network One Sports, TreasureStateRadio.com, and more. And you can also tweet us at JWalkerSports. You can call or text 406-209-1267. Or you can email us, Jason at JasonWalkerShow.com. All right. Where to start? So I went to the dentist today. Had to get a little crown work done or something. I don't know what they do, but it took like 2 hours. And it was a mostly pain-free experience. The place I go doesn't use the nitrous anymore, the laughing gas, which is really a bummer because as a kid growing up, I mean, laughing gas was the best, right? Getting gassed, because it was just awesome. It was so much fun. I miss it. I miss the laughing gas. So they do a topical numb, and then they shoot you with like 14 different needles, and then it's supposed to not hurt, but it does because it's still your face and your body. Anyway, but I'm sitting there thinking at one point while the dentist and her assistant and another hygienist are just digging in my mouth. At what point in your life, like at what age, do you go, you know what? I think I want to spend my entire career making money, putting my fingers in someone else's mouth. Now, granted, today they wear gloves. When I was a kid in Bozeman, Dr. Norman Kink, I don't remember him wearing gloves. But that was in the days before, anybody was worried about stuff. Which is why I think I'm immune to a lot of things, because I played outside, I ate dirt, I did all that stuff. But seriously, at what point do you sit there and go, you know what? I'm going to spend my days putting my fingers into someone else's mouth, because that sounds like a blast. Kudos to those that do, but man, I mean, there's certain jobs, right, that you're just like, why? Now, I know we need them. We need dentists. We need doctors. And it's great that, that you're all there. I love all of you. But it's just like, construction workers. I'm going to stand out in full pants, long sleeve shirt, a vest, a hat, or the hard hat, boots, and just stand in the sun for, 12 hours a day. Like I said, kudos. Look, I grew up working in a convenience store for my dad, a gas station. I didn't have to pump gas except unless the girl was really cute, and then I would go out and help. I was in high school, so, But, and then I did, a sports bar. I was a DJ. I spent a couple years building fences, which is amazing work. Very hard, but very rewarding. But yeah, I mean, just there's certain things, right? Like, I'm going to put my fingers in your mouth. I mean, sounds like a bad porn movie, but that's what dentists do and hygienists. What other jobs out there are interesting like that? Right? Like the person that gives, so we went and got flu shots as a family the other day, legit flu shots. Like, I think I would like that. Like, hey, I'm just going to spend my day stabbing people with needles. Because how freaking cool would that be, right? You can weigh in at Jay Walker Sports. You can call in 406-209-1267. What jobs out there are like crazy like that you would not do or would do? And I love my dentist. She was great. It was a mostly pain-free experience, but there's going to be some pain. But yeah, it was just crazy. And she sat there and I asked her that. She goes, well, it was probably in high school. She wanted to go to like a medical camp or something and then realized that, dentistry is where you can set your own hours and do your own thing. So, and she's great. Is your job better than that? How about the people that go around reading meters in all sorts of weather? Postal service. Yeah. Like I can see being wanting to be a firefighter growing up, or a cop, or, things like that. But I saw a job opening the other day online for, what was it called? Basically, I'm paraphrasing, but a body picker-upper. Like, it's you have to go pick up bodies when people die. Not the coroner, like for the funeral homes. Like, would you do that? Or crime scene cleanup? You have to have kind of a morbid stomach, right? Or able to take anything. But fun stuff. I know we're supposed to talk about sports, but today that got me off. I'm like, hey, we're going to spend my day with somebody else's fingers in my mouth. Because why not? Oh, man. Goofy stuff. All right. You can weigh in, like I said, 209-1267. Text, call. You can also, what jobs, tweet us at Jaywalker Sports too, but what jobs are you not going to, or willing to do? You know what I'm saying? Jason Walker Show on this day in history coming up. We'll tell you what tomorrow's special is for at Mountain Nutrition as far as the teas. Got mine today. We redid it. So it's the same thing, the Yellowstone with grape included. So it's lemon, strawberry, and grape. It's really good. Anyway, more on that later. So, okay. What else did I see today? The Super Bowl halftime show has been announced. Yep. Kendrick Lamar, Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, Mary J. Blige, and Eminem. Are you a fan of this? Is this a Super Bowl show you want to watch? February 3rd from Los Angeles? Yeah. I think I'll pass. Thanks. And, I mean, look, the NFL's been getting back to normal since the Janet Jackson, Justin Timberlake, quote-unquote, wardrobe malfunction. But, yeah, I don't know. Are we excited about this? Dr. Dre, Kendrick Lamar, Snoop Dogg, Eminem, and Mary J. Blige. Are any of them relevant right now? I mean, Kendrick Lamar, I guess, maybe. But have they put out anything new recently? I don't think so. But what do I know, right? I'm just sitting here talking dentistry in Montana. All right, what else did we see? Won't talk that because that's political, so we won't go there. Good stuff, though. What else? Got football this weekend. Excited for that. You got football tonight. And Alex Eshelman kind of hit on it yesterday during That's What She Said when she brought up the fact that the Bozeman game tonight, who are they playing? Bozeman Billings senior game tonight. Was I'm seeing something here I got to do some research on. Was moved because of a shortage of rest for tomorrow, so they're moving the game to tonight in Bozeman. So it's unfortunate. We need officials. And here's the thing, stop harping on them. And we talked about this when you force coaches to retire or resign, like Manhattan's volleyball coach a couple weeks ago. If you think you can do better, then you go do it. You go coach or you go officiate. There's, people on, was it the Montana AA football page that like to complain about officials or coaching when it's supposed to be about the kids? If you think you can do better, then go do it. Plain and simple. So, those are my thoughts. You can weigh in anytime you'd like. At JWalkerSports on the Twitter. You can email Jason at jasonwalkershow.com. You can also call in 406-209-1267 if you so choose. By the way, welcome those listening on Verbal, VURBL.com, verbal.com. Set up a new channel for us over there. So not only Spotify and all those places, but also now verbal.com. So appreciate those guys over there. Man, I'm still just flabbergasted by who puts fingers in my mouth. Somebody's got to do it, though, because it ain't going to be me. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We have predictions. Nicole Riebe is going to join us a little bit later on. We're going to do some research because it looks like there's a football game canceled for tomorrow night, and I want to make sure that's accurate before we say it. So I'm going to do some research during the break. But you are listening to the Jason Walker Show. We are presented by Capital Collision Center. Montana state law says it is your vehicle. It is your choice to have it repaired. Choose Capital Collision Center. I did. A year ago, my truck got into a wreck, and she needed fixed. Took her to Capital Collision Center, and that happened on July 2nd. On July 3rd, I stopped in, and they'd already taken pictures and got a hold of both insurance companies and had already taken care of a lot of the stuff. I didn't have to lift a finger hardly. They did it all. They did it well, and they did it right the first time. Capital Collision Center on Euclid in Helena. Coming right back, predictions and more, Jason Walker Show.
New vehicles keep coming, and Capital Collision Center keeps earning certifications to repair them. They're Helena's newest GM-certified facility. No matter the make or year, they repair your car to manufacturer's standards and requirements, maintaining its safety and value. Montana state law says it's your vehicle and it's your choice where you have it repaired. Choose Capital Collision Center, certified in GM, Subaru, and Nissan, and Helena's only shop certified in Honda, Acura, and Ford. When you value safety, go to Capital Collision Center on Euclid.
Have you thought about buying a home and just don't know where to begin? Well, when it comes to one of the most important purchases one can make, we understand it can be frustrating and confusing, but it doesn't have to be. Let the Major Mortgage team help you with all your mortgage needs. Major Mortgage means major service, and we would love the opportunity to help you today. Give J.R. McFadden, NMLS number 1246357, a call today at 406-465-1918. Or you can visit him at 2001 11th Avenue, Building A, Suite 3 in Helena. Major Mortgage is a division of AMCAP Mortgage, NMLS number 129122, equal housing lender.
Who doesn't love being number one? When your team's dominating the standings, or your favorite band rocks the charts at number one, it feels good, right? Kind of like how it feels when you have auto insurance with State Farm. Because making you feel like number one is an honor your local State Farm agent takes seriously. Through the good times and not so good, your State Farm agent's proud to be here to help life go right.
Call State Farm agent Mike Miller in Helena today. Everyone knows about Dinners Done Right and the convenience of the cook and carry cuisines. It's so easy to just stop by and you have something for dinner that night. But there's also one more thing you need to know about. Dinners Done Right Grab and Go Salad Bar. Yes, I said salad bar. Always the freshest ingredients, along with a daily soup and nacho bar too. So the next time you are in a rush or you just want to eat healthy, stop by Dinners Done Right for the soup, salad, and nacho bar. For monthly menus and more info, it's dinnersdoneright.com. Do you love to look at photos of Montana, from animals to landscapes and more? Are you looking for a place to get your senior pictures or family portraits done? Are you a business owner looking to upgrade the decor in your offices? Well, look no further than Mark LaRoe Photography. Mark has been shooting beautiful photos all across the Treasure State, from rodeos to portraits, and would love to work with you. Visit marklaroephotography.com to see many masterpieces of his work. Then give him a call to schedule your own photo shoot. Or to purchase one of his fantastic pieces, stop by Spirit of the Big Sky Gallery on Custer in Helena. marklaroephotography.com. Yes, it's true that Montana is a long way from the Gulf Coast, but you can bring that Cajun flavor home with a stop at Cafe Zydeco. From po' boys to classic sandwiches, Cafe Zydeco has all the best Cajun in town. Are you in the mood for seafood gumbo or crawfish etouffee? Maybe you're craving jambalaya with some shrimp and grits. Head in for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or call ahead for pickup or delivery. Cafe Zydeco will fix all your southern cravings, even on a chilly Montana day. Cafe Zydeco is a proud sponsor of The Jason Walker Show.
Store-wide savings are what you'll find when you shop for new home furnishings at Rucker's Furniture. This means tremendous values on Helena's largest in-stock selection of home furnishings. When you shop Rucker's, you'll find store-wide savings on the furniture you want for every room in your home. And you'll also find our selection of Serta iComfort, the most comfortable beds in Helena. 12-month financing is available with approved credit on most purchases over $289. Ask for details. You'll find store-wide savings at Rucker's Furniture, 1010 Dearborn, Helena.
I don't know what's going on. Jason Walker Show. We are back. This segment brought to you by Rucker's Furniture. Make the quality choice for your home at Rucker's Furniture, 1010 Dearborn, Helena. All right, we got some, I guess, not breaking news, but breaking news. We got some new music, too. I like it. Trying to change things up a little bit. All right, so just got confirmation. The East Helena game, football at Hamilton tomorrow, has been canceled. And it'll be the second time that East Helena is going to have to forfeit a game because of COVID this season. Trying to get that first varsity win. It's going to be tough, but there is a quarantine issue with East Helena. Too many kids out quarantined, and that's tough. Feel bad for the kids, man. It's they've worked their tails off the last couple of years to get to a varsity, get to that varsity spot, and it's been a rough first year, both on the field and off, for Coach Murray and the boys, the Vigilantes, but my East Helena Vigilantes. But they'll be back. They'll be okay. But it sucks nonetheless. So top-ranked Hamilton, I believe, will now move to 6-0 with the loss, or with the victory forfeit. Tough. But we wish the Vigilantes the best. Definitely both on and off the field. All right, let's see. Oh, there's golf going on. Yeah. The Class A golf tournament, state championship going up at Polson Bay. What a beautiful golf course up there. Oh, my. So nice. The Double A is down at Bozeman, Cottonwood, and Jack Prigge of Butte has the lead as we speak. He's 2 under through 14. Justice Verge, 1 under. Jordan Verge, even. Joe McGreevy from Capital, even. Ramey Lloyd of Gallatin's 1 over. And Reese Mayala, a senior, is 1 over. That's your top 5 right now. It's actually top 6, counting ties. Cale Hines and Dutch Teeters of Capital both tied for 10th right now through 14 at 3 over. So they'll continue down there. They got kind of a late start because of the frost conditions. Overall, boys right now, Gallatin sitting on top, 3 over as a team. 11 shots better than Glacier. Capital sitting 15 shots back. Senior in 4, Sentinel 5, Bozeman 6, Skyview in 7th, 8th West, Big Sky, and then Flathead. Your top 10. Girls side, Bella Johnson of West, who's won almost everything in sight this year, through 13, and she's 2 under. 6-shot lead over Ellie Atkins of Bozeman right now. Chloe Tanner of Glacier sitting 5 over. Cody Hoagland of Butte and Lauren Mayala of Senior, both 6 over. Great story about Cody Hoagland. I don't know if you saw it in the Montana Standard, but she was the only varsity golfer to start the season. And then a few other girls came out. They ended up winning enough, placing high enough to get through divisionals to get to the state tournament down in Bozeman. So it's a pretty cool story. Let's see here. Highest ranking girl from Helena right now is Olivia McGreevy, 13 over. Paige O'Mara of Capital, 14 over. Paige Springer, 18 over through 13. So most everybody through 12 and 13 and 14 on the boys and girls side. And then on the girls team, West leading it, 25 over cumulative right now through 13 and 14 holes. Bozeman second, 40 over, 15 shots back. Gallatin in third, a shot behind Bozeman. Senior, then Capital in fifth. Some 43 shots off the pace right now. So we'll keep an eye on that. That continues through tomorrow. Final results for you on Monday on the Jason Walker Show. Let's see here. Should we do predictions now? We probably should. Nicole Riebe is going to join us, the new Helena High tennis coach, coming up in about 15 minutes or so. Let's see here. Class A tournament, as we mentioned, for golf at Polson Bay. Nice write-up, 406mtsports.com. Macy Greenwood looking for back-to-back championships from Corvallis. So, yeah, that's going on today or this weekend, Friday and Saturday at Polson. Cameron Colley of Whitefish, the defending boys champ. So there'll be a new boys champ this year in Class A. Laurel won the girls' crown last year. Whitefish won the boys. So that is Friday and Saturday in Polson. Let's see. Anything else before we get to predictions? I don't think so. I think we're going to be right on. All right, let's do predictions, shall we? All right, so we told you East Helena not playing at Hamilton, so we won't pick that one anymore. We were 4-6 last week, our first losing season. I think we're 31-19 overall now. Let's do some music for this, shall we? I love it. Let's try this one. Which one did I find that I really liked? Oh, this. Yeah. All right, time for predictions on the Jason Walker Show. Football for the weekend. Got Capital at Butte. We'll start in the Double-A. Bruins lost thanks to the run game of Glacier last week. This week they face the passing attack of Jay Stenson and the Bulldogs. Be a tough road game. Great environment in Ranchi. I think Butte sweeps the Helena schools in the regular season with a 31-14 win. Glacier is at Helena High. The Bengals fell to top-ranked Sentinel last week, in part by not getting into the end zone early. You heard Scott Evans talk about that yesterday here on the Jason Walker Show. They don't want to play from behind. They'll want to play in front against Jake Rendina and the Wolfpack. It's not a must-win for Helena High, but it's close, and I think the Bengals get the win 28-21. Jefferson at Three Forks, Class B. The Panthers look to rebound after falling a week ago. They will a 42-10 win over the Wolves. Townsend is at Manhattan. The defending champs have struggled all year. They will again Friday night. At home as the third-ranked Bulldogs go into the Gallatin Valley and win big 52-14. Moving to the college, you got Western at Rocky. Montana Western at Rocky. Dogs rolled at Tech last week to give Coach Ryan Norse his first ever win in the mining city. Battling Bears held off MSU Northern and Haber thanks to a healthy Nathan Dick. I think the Dogs will be too strong. Their defense is good and their offense is better than Rockies. Western's going to win in the Magic City. John Junn's going to have a day, 42-24. You got Tech at Northern. This will be a good one. Diggers are struggling. They did get their first win a couple of weeks ago. They got blitzed, though, at home last week. The lights are getting closer. And Northern will get its first win and end a 45-game conference losing streak in Kyle Sampson's return to the High Line. Northern wins 28-17. You've got Carroll at the College of Idaho. The Yotes upset Eastern Oregon on the road last week. Carroll blew a giant 33-14 lead with 8 minutes to play in Ashland. And I think the Yotes beat the Saints at Simplot Stadium 35-24. Eastern Oregon is at Southern Oregon. Raiders had the huge comeback against Carroll last week. Mountaineers lost at home, their first loss of the season. Eastern's had a ton of success at Ashland over the last 7 or 8 years, and they will again. 24-21, Mountaineers beat the Raiders. Moving to the Big Sky, you've got Northern Colorado at Montana State. Lance McCutcheon just keeps burning defenses with Matt McKay at quarterback. Cats' defense continues to get stronger. MSU will win at home over the Bears 38-17. And then the game of the week. We've got 4th-ranked Montana at number 6 Eastern Washington. It's an 8:30 kickoff Mountain Time. It's on ESPN2. Cam Humphrey, Eric Berrier. That Eagles offense, which is high-powered. The Grizz defense is amazing. Got to take the home team on the Inferno. I think Eastern wins at 35-27 as Montana's defense will be lit up for the first time. If you agree or disagree, you can weigh in at Jaywalker Sports on the Twitter. You can call in 406-209-1267 and let me know your thoughts. Okay, you can. I'll let you. All right. I like the new music. We're switching things up a little bit. It's hard because in music you've got to find certain like free songs to use because YouTube throws a fit. YouTube throws a fit about everything right now, right? I mean, YouTube's blowing off anything that has to do with vaccines that disagree, like any type of vaccine. YouTube is. If I didn't have to have it, I wouldn't. But it helps get the show out. And that's what's more important, is getting the show out to you guys. But YouTube's a joke. What else? Let's see here. Somebody wants to weigh in. Yes, I did see Winifred's new red football field. It is awesome. If you haven't seen it yet, I'll try to pull it up. It's the state's only 80-yard turf football field. Let me see if I can pull this up. It's freaking awesome. Absolutely love it. Let's see here. Let me search. Rocky Erickson had it up on his Facebook page, so I'm going to pull him up because we're friends. Okay. Let's see. Now we got to get over to this page and then do this and then do this. And that is Winifred's football field. How freaking cool is that? That's awesome. 80-yard football field. The Winifred Red Raiders. Home of the got guys texting about golf tomorrow. Okay. Let's see. Home of the Red Raiders. Amy Meckling, a fantastic basketball player at Montana State back in the early 2000s, was the all-time leading three-point shooter at the school for a long time until Torrey Martell came along. Well, first Katie Bussey and then Torrey Martell. But, yeah, the Winifred Red Raiders. Is it Roy Winifred for basketball and every other co-op? Is that it now? Feel free to call or text. I believe it's Roy Winifred, so there you go. But, man, what a great football field that is, right? The Inferno. What do they call it? Just the Red Raider field? I think it's cool. I like it. I know everybody say, oh, well, they copied Boise. Well, look, everything in every part of life is copied. There's no original thoughts anymore, except for maybe mine, which are then picked up by national media and they run with it, right? I get it. But, no, seriously, like, people always used to complain like radio or TV, like, oh, I heard that in, Billings. Well, everything in radio and TV is stolen. Everything in Hollywood has no official, like, fresh ideas. They've run out of ideas. I mean, they're remaking everything. They're rebooting everything. And in some cases, it's much worse. Usually in every case. Let's see, what else? Yeah, But anyway, Winifred, congrats. And it's funny because you've got turf in every AA stadium except for Helena. You've got turf in a lot of Class A stadiums. You got turf in a lot of B stadiums and C stadiums, 6 and 8 man. You have an 80-yard turf field in Winifred, and yet Vigilante can't, or the taxpayers in Helena won't step up. The city of Helena won't help step up. It's a joke. They redid the track, thankfully, because somebody was going to die. But that football field needs turf. And there's a lot of money in Helena compared to Winifred, Montana. But if Winifred can do it, if Baker can do it, I don't even know if Baker's is turf, but throwing out smaller schools that have turf, why the hell can't Helena? It's for the kids, remember? Especially over at Vigilante, where it's Helena Middle School, where you got middle schoolers running around on the field all year long. So just get it done. Let's see. It was a donation from one man. That's fantastic. Still awesome, though. Nelson Stadium needs turf. You got football, you got soccer, and then they not only play college soccer, but then they play high school soccer at Nelson. And now that Steve Jones isn't there to take care of it because they got rid of him at Carroll College, it's going to suffer. They need it. They need it. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back. When we return, we're going to talk tennis. Yes, tennis in the fall. Why not? Well, Nicole Riebe was just named the head coach at Helena High, her alma mater, longtime assistant for Lance Boucher, and she will join us when we return. Again, if you want to weigh in on our picks or anything else, you can at Jaywalker Sports on the Twitter. You can also call in or text 406-209-1267. Don't be scared. And, what are your thoughts on the Super Bowl halftime show, too? Kendrick Lamar, Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre, Mary J. Blige, and Eminem. This segment brought to you by Rucker's Furniture. Make the quality choice for your home at Rucker's Furniture. 1010 Dearborn. Helena coming right back. We'll talk tennis next.
Store-wide savings are what you'll find when you shop for new home furnishings at Rucker's Furniture. This means tremendous values on Helena's largest in-stock selection of home furnishings. When you shop Rucker's, you'll find store-wide savings on the furniture you want for every room in your home. And you'll also find our selection of Serta iComfort, the most comfortable beds in Helena. 12-month financing is available with approved credit on most purchases over $299. Ask for details. You'll find store-wide savings at Rucker's Furniture, 1010 Dearborn, Helena.
Do you love to look at photos of Montana, from animals to landscapes and more? Are you looking for a place to get your senior pictures or family portraits done? Are you a business owner looking to upgrade the decor in your offices? Well, look no further than Mark LaRoe Photography. Mark has been shooting beautiful photos all across the Treasure State, from rodeos to portraits, and would love to work with you. Visit marklaroephotography.com to see many masterpieces of his work, then give him a call to schedule your own photo shoot. Or to purchase one of his fantastic pieces, stop by Spirit of the Big Sky Gallery on Custer in Helena. marklaroephotography.com. Have you thought about buying a home and just don't know where to begin? Well, when it comes to one of the most important purchases one can make, we understand it can be frustrating and confusing, but it doesn't have to be. Let the Major Mortgage team help you with all your mortgage needs. Major Mortgage means major service, and we would love the opportunity to help you today. Give J.R. McFadden, NMLS number 1246357, a call today at 406-465-1918, or you can visit him at 2001 11th Avenue, Building A, Suite 3 in Helena. Major Mortgage is a division of AMCAP Mortgage, NMLS number 129122, equal housing lender.
New vehicles keep coming, and Capital Collision Center keeps earning certifications to repair them. They're Helena's newest GM certified facility. No matter the make or year, they repair your car to manufacturer's standards and requirements, maintaining its safety and value. Montana state law says it's your vehicle and it's your choice where you have it repaired. Choose Capital Collision Center, certified in GM, Subaru, and Nissan, and Helena's only shop certified in Honda, Acura, and Ford. When you value safety, go to Capital Collision Center on Euclid.
Who doesn't love being number one? When your team's dominating the standings, or your favorite band rocks the charts at number one, it feels good, right? Kind of like how it feels when you have auto insurance with State Farm. Because making you feel like number one is an honor your local State Farm agent takes seriously. Through the good times and not so good, your State Farm agent's proud to be here to help life go right.
Call State Farm agent Mike Miller in Helena today.
New vehicles keep coming, and Capital Collision Center keeps earning certifications to repair them. They're Helena's newest GM certified facility. No matter the make or year, they repair your car to manufacturer's standards and requirements, maintaining its safety and value. Montana state law says it's your vehicle and it's your choice where you have it repaired. Choose Capital Collision Center, certified in GM, Subaru, and Nissan, and Helena's only shop certified in Honda, Acura, and Ford. When you value safety, go to Capital Collision Center on Euclid.
More of the Jason Walker Show coming up.
Yes, it's true that Montana is a long way from the Gulf Coast, but you can bring that Cajun flavor home with a stop at Cafe Zydeco. From po' boys to classic sandwiches, Cafe Zydeco has all the best Cajun in town. Are you in the mood for seafood gumbo or crawfish etouffee? Maybe you're craving jambalaya with some shrimp and grits. Head in for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or call ahead for pickup or delivery. Cafe Zydeco will fix all your southern cravings, even on a chilly Montana day. Cafe Zydeco is a proud sponsor of the Jason Walker Show.
Welcome back to the Jason Walker Show.
Man, I'm glad I'm coming back Monday. Wow. Lots going on. Jason Walker Show back, presented by Capital Collision Center. Hanging out in the Major Mortgage Man Cave on this day in history coming up. We'll tell you what the special tea will be tomorrow at Mountain Nutrition. Got the walk-off and more on the way. But it is time to talk some tennis. I know it's fall. All the Grand Slams are done. Nobody's paying attention except us. We might be the only ones in town that talk. We might be the only ones in the state that talk about tennis. And joining us now on the Mike Miller State Farm Hotline is the new coach at her alma mater, Helena High, coaching boys and girls tennis, Nicole Riebe. How are you?
I'm good, Jason. How are you doing?
You know, I'm great. I kind of thought, congratulations, by the way. I kind of thought that this was going to be coming when Coach Boucher stepped down in the spring. And I asked you in the summer, we were exchanging some shirts, and I'm like, are you going to be the coach? And you're like, I don't know. But you are, so congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. I'm very honored, actually, to have this opportunity, and I'm just glad everything worked out, and I'm ready to go.
Well, you got to wait till the spring, Nicole.
We could have the weather we have. We should be outside doing some open gyms, I tell you.
Well, I was thinking it'd be great. We need to move the tennis season to the fall, honestly, because that's when we have better weather now.
It is. I cannot tell you how many times the last, even probably the last 5 years as coaches, we've been like, man, why can't this be a fall sport? We don't have to shovel, the courts during fall.
All right. What's the most snow you've ever shoveled off over there at Lockheed Park?
At Lockheed Park, I think it was 3 years ago, we had 22 inches of snow on the first day of practice in the middle of March.
Oh, love it. And the kids, of course,
took a few weeks.
Yeah. Oh, of course. And the kids are just loving that, I'm sure.
Well, let's put it this way. They did not need to go lift weights for the rest of the week after we put them through that conditioning. So it was a great workout, lower body workout.
Yeah, absolutely. Nicole Riebe joining us, Mike Miller, State Farm Hotline, the new tennis coach for the Bengals. You get to coach your alma mater. What's that mean?
I think it's pretty special. I had some phenomenal coaches when I played. Dave Fine, Sue Ganter, and Clay Burkett. I'm a naive freshman walking on the courts going, wow, I really don't know. I just hit the ball and let's keep it in play and see what happens. And I loved my 4 years at Helena High, and it was so fun to come back in 2012 and have the opportunity to give back what I got from my coaches and to continue to pass it on to the high schoolers now. It's just so fun for me, and it's so enjoyable, and I'm just thankful that I'm able to do it.
Why tennis? When you're a kid, why tennis?
Oh my goodness, I don't know. I literally picked up every sport, every ball, everything that you could do. When I was growing up, I loved basketball so much, and soccer was a lot of fun. And then I was like, well, okay, we get to high school, and I'm like, gosh, I wonder what I want to do in spring. I had the choice of softball, golf, track, or tennis. And I did track in middle school, so track was weighing pretty heavily. I was like, yeah, maybe I'll do this. And then I thought, well, I don't know. I've been to a lot of track meets, and it's just a lot of sitting around and waiting, and then you do your event, and okay, whatever. So I was like, well, let's do tennis. Well, little did I know that tennis is the same thing. It's a lot of sitting around waiting for your match, and then you go play, and you wait for another match. So I don't know. I'm just a very competitive person, and tennis was just one of those that it was like, hey, let's get out there. If I mess up, I mess up. And, unlike with basketball as a bigger team sport, I don't feel like I've let everybody down.
Mm-hmm. Well, unless you're playing doubles, you're only letting yourself down.
Yeah, and I played doubles, and I have some very forgiving partners, so I'm thankful for that.
Who did you pattern your game after?
I don't know that I patterned after anybody, really. I was just looking at getting the ball back in and playing very, very aggressively. So, I don't know, probably any serve and volleyer. I just was going out playing and having fun. I didn't know what I was doing.
So you would have played, though, about the time that, like, Hingis was good and Justine Enna Arden and right in that era. Is that pretty accurate?
A little before that, but yeah.
You're not that old, Nicole.
Yeah. No, some days I don't feel like it, but other days I look at the number and it scares me.
Nicole Riebe joining us, the new tennis coach over at Helena High on the Jason Walker Show. What did you learn in your time under Lance Boucher that you will continue?
Probably some of the biggest things are just, making sure that, everyone is getting that opportunity, get out on the court, just have some fun. Let kids just, oftentimes kids were coming up and bringing drills to us that we're like, hey, we've never heard of that, but if that's the drill you want us to do, you teach us coaches how to do it, and let's do it.
That's cool. And he was such a great coach, and you're going to be, following in his footsteps, which is not, I don't want to say big footsteps because I think you guys are about the same height, but, and maybe the same shoe size, but I love Coach Boucher. But tell me about the team coming back, because, we know how good there is teams on the eastern side. We know how good some of the schools, players in Missoula are. Capital's got some great players too, but what is Helena High bringing back?
Helena High on the girls' side has a lot of great players coming back. Obviously, we lost part of our number one doubles team. Emma Haskett graduated last year. She and her partner Ava took second in the state in doubles. So Ava will be back, but and as well as many other players. Kil Kajala, as a freshman, went to state last year and placed sixth. So just those two alone are impressive. But then we've also got some great depth from our girls who battled every match and really learned a lot about themselves and about tennis last year. And I think they're just really excited to come back and build upon what they built last year. The boys' side, we graduated a lot of seniors, and at this point we have 3 returning varsity players. So we need to field 12 for varsity. So we're looking for some people, and I know on JV there's some kids last year that were, coming out for the first time and just kind of trying it out and seeing where that's at. So, I hope they come back as well, and maybe there'll be some more kids that are really wanting to get interested in tennis and see what it's all about and realize that we're a very fun program and it's worth hanging out and just having fun and seeing where you can take your game.
And freezing your tail off. A lot of times.
Well, sometimes, yeah. It can definitely be cool at the very beginning of the season.
Hey, give me a recruiting pitch. If I'm a freshman, sophomore, junior, senior at Helena High, and I'm athletic. Maybe I'm not. I don't know. But I'm thinking about tennis. I've come to you and I say, hey, coach, I'm thinking about maybe going out this year. What would give me a recruiting pitch?
Yeah, I would definitely say, please do come out. This is a lifetime sport. This is a game where, what you pick up now, you may put a racket down right after you graduate from high school, but you may pick it up another 5-10 years down the road and it'll come back to you, and you'll get more. You'll ask more friends to come out with you. It's a great friendship and a great networking opportunity, and it's just fun to come together as a team and hang out and have fun.
That's not bad. I would consider that if I was in school still. It's not a terrible pitch. I'm just saying. Nicole Riebe.
Hopefully it'll work.
Well, we'll find out in the spring.
Right.
I asked you what similarities you had with Coach Boucher. What will change for the team with you now running the helm?
I don't think off the top of my head, I don't really look to make much in changes at all. It should just kind of be day in, day out practice, kind of doing, working on our drills, working to improve each day, and stepping out on the courts and just competing as best as we can and working hard and just looking to have a lot of fun. And to me, that's the best thing about tennis is you put the work in and you have fun and you see great success and you see the results.
Who is the greatest tennis player on the male side?
On the male side in the state?
No. Overall, who's the greatest tennis player ever?
Oh, greatest tennis player ever. We're talking.
Is it Fed?
Pros as well.
Is it Djokovic? Is it? Agassi always had the best hair, but we find out it was a wig. But, but who is the all-time greatest men's tennis player in history?
Greatest men's tennis player that I have had the experience of seeing, I will say, is Federer, because he had such a complete game that was very well adapted to every court surface. Yes, he only won one French Open, but there was this guy called Rafa Nadal that he came up against every time.
Right.
But to be able to be so competitive on every surface and making that transition from grass to clay, and being, going deep into the French Open year after year after year, I think he just really showed the versatility of his game and the dependability of his game.
I like it. All right, greatest female.
Oh, greatest female. Geez. I would go back and easily argue that Steffi Graf or Chris Evert really had kind of that same characteristics of Federer. They just had such a dependable, solid game, and they were there day in, day out, every tournament, just going deep in tournaments, and a playing style that managed to get them further and further in tournaments. And I think those two really set the wave for the future of women's tennis.
All right, I got a couple of historical tennis notes for you. Ready? It was on
I hope so.
1659. The first mention of tennis in the United States happened because some dude from the New Netherlands forbids tennis playing during religious services.
Okay.
That's a long time ago.
Yes, it is.
And by the way, happy birthday to Martina Hingis, who turned 41 today.
Oh, very nice.
Can you believe? I mean, she still doesn't look over 25.
No, not really.
How good was she?
She was I really enjoyed watching her play. She was very aggressive and just so strong. And it was so frustrating that just a couple of injuries ended up just sidelining her and just not being able to come back to that level of play. But I always enjoyed watching her play.
I loved Martina Hingis. Well, she got stabbed, so that didn't help. Remember when she got...
Wasn't that Monica Seles?
Was it Seles that got stabbed? I thought it was
Yeah.
Hingis. Was it Seles?
Yeah.
You're right. You're a tennis
It was
person.
Seles.
She was pretty good, too, though.
Mm-hmm.
See, that's when I got into it, in the 90s, with those, in the early 2000s. And then, I love me some Russian tennis players, the Martinas, or the Marias, Kirilenko, and, of course, Sharapova. But am I un-American if I root for the Russian tennis players?
I don't think that's un-American. You have your reasons for rooting for your particulars, so
Well, I was
don't
never
think
a-
there's anything un-American about it.
I was never a Williams fan, either one. I loved Capriati, and then she went goofy. But yeah, I mean, Sharapova brought a lot of people into tennis. And then, of course, Federer. I think Federer is the all-time greatest.
Mm-hmm. And that's the thing. As you said, here's some people that brought you into the sport. And I think that's great. It doesn't matter who's bringing people into the sport. It's just great that people are joining the sport and choosing who they want to follow because they're interested in their career or, we have the greatest player alive that, is still playing.
Yeah, I mean, and he's 40, which is crazy. Hey, appreciate the time. Looking forward to chatting with you down the road once the season gets going. But congratulations. Helena High got a good one. The administration did a nice job making the right pick, and we're proud of you.
Well, thank you very much, Jason. I appreciate it.
And we'll talk soon, okay?
All right.
That
Sounds
is
good.
Nicole Riebe joining us on the Jason Walker Show, the new coach at Helena High tennis. That's awesome. And I can't wait to talk more tennis with her in the spring. Going to be super fun. All right, let's see. All of our guests appear via the Mike Miller State Farm hotline. For all of your auto and home insurance needs, it's not just a bundle, it's actually life. And Mike knows that, and he takes care of you and your family and your vehicles and your home. Give him a call. Mike Miller, State Farm in Helena. All right, on this day in history, brought to you by Mountain Nutrition, 3222 Centennial Drive. And tomorrow's tea will be the firecracker. It is cherry, lime, and blue raspberry. Sounds good. What was today? Pink Starburst. My wife said it was good. But tomorrow, the firecracker at Mountain Nutrition, located between BMC and Auto Concepts on Centennial Drive in Helena. So if you're coming in from East Helena or headed to work from East Helena or into wherever, just stop. Open tomorrow, 7 to 2. Limited delivery between 9 and 1 tomorrow as well. And stop in, tell them you heard it on the Jason Walker Show. Today is September 30th. It is the final day of the month of September. It is Mud Pack Day. It is Love People Day, Hot Mulled Cider Day, Chewing Gum Day, and Orange Shirt Day. I didn't get that memo. We mentioned on this date in 1659 the first mention of tennis in the U.S. Peter Stuyvesant of New Netherlands forbids tennis playing during religious services. 1882 at the British Open at St. Andrews. 1882, Bob Ferguson wins his third consecutive Open title. 1904, White Sox lefty Doc White, his fifth shutout in 18 days. Guys now don't get 5 shutouts in their careers because they don't complete games. 1927, Babe Ruth, 60th home run of the year. 1934, Ruth's final game as a Yankee. He went 0 for 3. 1939, the first televised college football game. Fordham beats Waynesburg 34-7. It was on this day, 1947, the first televised World Series baseball game. The Yankees beat the Dodgers of Brooklyn. 1949, Ralph Kiner of the Pirates hits his 54th home run and his record 16th in the month of September. 1956, Robin Roberts, I think it's his birthday today, or was, gives up a Major League record 46th home run. That's a lot in a season. 1962, the New York Mets, their first season, lose their record 120th game. 1965, Don Drysdale wins his 13th consecutive game. 7 of those came by shutout. 1972, Pittsburgh right fielder Roberto Clemente gets a double off Mets' John Matlack to become the 11th player to record 3,000 hits. It was his final hit. He would die on New Year's Eve later that year on a rescue mission to earthquake victims. 1984, Mike Witt of the California Angels with a perfect game. 1992, George Brett gets 4 hits to get the 18th at the time to get 3,000. We mentioned Martina Hingis, born on this date in 1980. The 5 Grand Slam singles title, born in Slovakia. 1981, Dominic Moceanu was born. Won the world silver in 95, the Olympic gold in 96. I don't feel like such a, I guess, well, no, she was still young then, right? Yeah, she was. She's my brother's age now, 40. 1935, the Boulder Dam, later the Hoover Dam, was dedicated by U.S. President FDR. In 1955, James Dean died, the actor and cultural icon, in a car crash. He was 24 years young.
We're almost at the end of the show. What did we learn? And what did he miss? Time for the walk-off.
The walk-off is presented by Cafe Zydeco, where the Big Easy meets the Big Sky. Shrimp etouffee, you've got jambalaya, crawfish pie, gumbo. I'm feeling like I've written a song called Jambalaya, Hank Williams Sr. Anyway, hope you had a good day today. All right, prediction recap. Who are we going with? I forgot already. Let me go back to it. All right, these are the predictions for the weekend games. We've got Butte at home over Capital, Helena High at home over Glacier, Jefferson at Three Forks take the Panthers, Townsend at Manhattan, Bulldogs roll big, Western at Rocky take the Bulldogs there, Tech at Northern. I think Northern snaps a 45-game conference losing streak as Kyle Sampson heads back to the High Line. Carroll's at the College of Idaho. I got the Yotes winning. Eastern Oregon at Southern Oregon taking the Mountaineers on the road. MSU at home over Northern Colorado, and Eastern Washington at home over the Grizzlies. Those are your predictions. You can choose to weigh in and agree or disagree if you want. It's up to you. Thanks to Nicole Riebe joining us, the new Helena High coach for tennis. It's going to be fun chatting with her all year in the spring. And yeah, we'll talk to Ryan Swenson at Capital too. Enjoy the final day of September. We're back on the 4th day of October. We'll be back Monday with the weekend recap and much more. Dallas Remington's going to join us again next week, the singer-songwriter out of Nashville. She's got a new single coming out. Can't wait to chat with her. Just got turned down for an interview with Danica Patrick. She's got a new wine, and her people just said no. Ugh, brutal. Anyway, if you missed anything, go to jasonwalkershow.com. Great guests this week: Kyle Mihelish, Scott Evans, Alex Eshelman, Nicole Riebe, and so many more of you. We appreciate all of our great sponsors as well. Have a great weekend. We'll see you Monday.
The Jason Walker Show is produced by the Jason Walker Media Company. Any reuse, rebroadcast, or retransmission without the express written consent of the Jason Walker Show is strictly prohibited. Just listen, watch, and enjoy.